This video ends when I get 20k on a curated planet. So let's see how I do. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, we're zoomed into a person. Okay, so we see a Hilton hotel. So we are by some sort of stadium. Okay, we have yellow plates with the blue on the left, which is telling me maybe like Luxever? Is that a shout? I wish I could see the bollards because there's a couple of plates that have yellow, but yellow with the blue, I think. What does it say? Shelter? That sign looks maybe... Okay, so it's not Belgium because Belgium would have red plates. I mean, I'm thinking Lux initially, but could it also be Netherlands ever? I don't think we'll be too far, but let's go with Lux because that was my first, like, thought. Okay, it was the UK. I mean, we still got 3.4k, so theoretically possible to get 20k still. Okay, we have a bollard there. So white outer, yellow dash middle. Ooh, Edmonton. Not Edmonton, but like Albertan bollards. But I always, like, in my head think they're Edmonton bollards. But we're definitely in Canada, I think, unless they're the Manitoba ones. I don't think so, yeah, because I have a 2. Do I know where within Alberta we are? Not particularly, so I'm gonna go kind of like halfway. Well, actually, no, I'll go closer to Edmonton, but between Edmonton and Calgary. All right, perfect. We got 4.2k, so doing pretty good overall. We might even get 20k on this first run. Moo-moos, oh my gosh, hello moo-moos. We'll give them a little wave, even though there's no wave emoji, I think, in the single player maps. Oof. Okay, so mountains all around us, which is interesting. Let's check the sun. Sun is in the north, so that means we are in southern hem. And it vibes more like... What does this vibe more like? Does this vibe more like Chile ever? Like New Zealand? I'm not sure what continent. Let's look at the houses. Can't really see any of the houses too close. I want to say maybe it vibes more Chile, but we'll see. So we'll go... over that far south? No. I don't know. We'll go near Puerto Montt. I should have went more further south. Ugh. Okay, I could have had like a really good guess there, but like we at least got the right country, so I'll take that. We got 3.6. So we're like close to being able to get 20k, but it's not like confirmed for sure. Feels like Australia, and I don't know if we're going to be able to confirm because... Ooh. Unfenced road. Okay, so that definitely is in English, and it's on the left side of the road. Unfortunately, I cannot see the road lines, but I feel like this feels more like an Australian sign than a South African sign. So I think we're just going to have to vibe it, right? Unless it is... Is it ever South Africa? No, I don't think so. Okay, we got red dirt. Cow sign, unfenced road. Yeah, I think that feels more like an Australian bollard. So, red dirt. Maybe Wa, but... They're not yellow signposts, but does every post have like yellow posts in Wa? I think we'll go Wa and we'll see. Okay, it was Queensland, so that is the end of the 20k because we cannot get 8k in one round, but you know, we'll still give it a shot for this first try anyway, of like where we are. Holy water. Okay, so we're near a lot of water. Blurred car, like a little bit of an antenna showing, but not a ton of antenna. Really tall trees. Wow, that's just like so much water. I feel like, are we ever near like really East Russia? That was my first thought, but sun in the south. So yeah, I mean northern hem. I'm not sure about this, but we're just gonna go like, I'll go up here. Nope, it was Hawaii. Okay, I mean, yeah, that was a tough last 2 rounds. I was doing pretty good for the first 3, but obviously I fumbled the bag on the next 2. We're gonna keep going. White dash middle. Okay. Water. Very cool. Ooh, driving on the left. Okay, driving on the left. Chevrons. White arrow on a red background. Look at the sun. Sun is in the north, so I think we're in southern hem. What am I initially vibing? I feel like it feels more like Namibia, South Africa, if I'm... Is this a truck blur? It doesn't really... it could be. It's kind of hard to tell. It feels maybe more like a car. Plate is white, so... Are Namibia plates yellow ever? Is this Za? We are left side driving. Bird poles? I don't think I see bird poles. I mean, I could be wrong here, but we'll go like Coastal Za and we'll see. Okay, technically it was Coastal Za, but we were on the left side of Coastal Za. Can I get 20k still? I could technically get 20k, so we're gonna keep going until I can technically not get 20k. Ooh, very spiky, like palm tree. Okay. Dirtish road, kind of like a white-red tint. Sun is in the east, which is not the most helpful for me. Are we driving on the right or left? Can't really tell, but there is a blue front of the car. I'm torn between, like, is it the Americas? Is it Europe? I want to say it feels maybe more like, is it southern Italy? Is that a shout? Nope, it was not a shout. We were actually closer to Monterrey in Mexico. Okay, actually, let's restart this because I can't get 20k off that seed. Okay, again. Ooh, this is, where is this? Not Malta. Hold on. I can figure this out. I know where this is. I've seen this before. I just need to get my bearings. That says something La Maria. So it's in Spanish. This is like some coastal city. I've seen this coverage before, but why is it... Okay, so the plates are white with like blue on the top left. Are we driving on the left? Some of these cars are on like opposite directions, which is interesting. I wanted to say it almost felt more like Malta for a second, but now I'm unsure. The plates are so unique. Do I go with it? I don't particularly think there's anything else I can really use to help me here. Any pulls? You can see a yellow sign in the back. At one point I thought Cyprus as well. But yeah, I can't tell if we're driving on the left or right because everyone's kind of parked in multiple directions. So I guess my first thought was Malta. So where's Malta's over here? Let's go there. Okay, cool. It was Malta. So we got 4.9, which is like a really, really good score and well on my way to helping me get 20k here. Yellow arrow and black background chevron. Okay. This house feels maybe like Nordic, question mark. White outer. Guardrail, she curvy. Okay, not a flat guardrail. Pull top, not really anything. Red house in the back. I can see a sign in the way, way back that's like a white circle with like a red outer circle, I think, but I can't see the symbol in the middle. Let me look at the sky. Ooh, the sun is in the south. So we're in northern hem, which is great because it narrows it down to at least half of the world. I think because I got like the vibes of like the houses being Nordic, I should go there, right? Like, is it ever... The lines are full, so is it ever feeling... No, I don't... Maybe it feels more like Norway to me. We'll go like southern Norway near Hamar. Okay, not horrible. I'm kind of trying to average like a 4k each per round to get to that 20k, but we still got like, you know, almost 4k. We were closer to Hitra in Norway. Ooh, okay, so double yellow middle, driving on the right. We've got a little bit of a blur in the front, maybe like a black, dark gray color. Where are we? Okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, because we have no language, no signs. The sun is in the east, which is not the most helpful. I think we're driving on the right because this feels like the front of the car. Does this feel like the US? Does it feel like South America ever? Like Mex or something? Like the postal box kind of feels like a US one, but I'm like, if we're in the US, we're gonna have this many like palms and like this type of pine. Like I think we're in the Americas, but do I know which one? Not particularly. So does that feel like a US? That feels like a US mailbox. I mean, I could just be like wrong here. Could it be Mex also? Maybe. If anything, we're super far south, I think, with like the palms and everything. So maybe I just go like North Florida. Okay, we got 4.5 there, so it was Florida, and I did get there in the end because there was a combination of like the palm trees and kind of like those pine trees and everything, and those mailboxes just look like so US, but 4.5 is definitely on the way to getting 20K, although this one is going to be more difficult. Okay, well, we're surrounded by a lot of red dirt and kind of like dune mountains and stuff. Poles have some sort of like steps in them. Okay, we're driving on the right. We have blue front. There's a skull with like maybe like electricity, like red electricity behind it, like a warning. This is not really like a language. There's holes at the top of the pole. Okay. Black like on the bottom of the poles, like all the bottoms. Sun is in the north, so we're in the south. Okay, so my first initial thought is that we're somewhere like here, here in one of these three countries, like Peru, Bolivia, Chile, like kind of like in the desert here. Is that a shout ever? I'm trying to see, because like I feel like it's somewhere here, so I'm almost tempted to just like zoom far out and just like click in the middle and like hope that it's like close by. Do I see any chevrons? No. Bollards, like plate. I mean, there's not really like a plate on the front of the truck because there's like something in the window, but it's like kind of a white color. So I'm kind of just tempted to go here and then we'll see how close we are. Okay, we were in Chile. We got 3.2K, which is, I think it's still possible to get 20K, but I don't think it's going to be likely at this rate. We're a lot further south in Chile, closer to like Antofagasta. Okay, so I need 3,316 in order to get to 20K on this run of A Curated Planet. So can I figure out where I am? Okay, I think that's a Brazilian pole, right? And then we have the red dirt, so that kind of supports the theory. Let's look at the sky. Sun is in the vaguely north, maybe. It's kind of unclear because of how cloudy it is. Any car peeking out? Not really. Okay, so no Paraguay truck or anything. There's a palm back there. I'm trying to look for any like vegetation I recognize. Paraná pines. There's some sort of tall tree there. I mean, I've narrowed it down to the country of Brazil, but the issue is where in Brazil? Not a ton of palms. So I feel like palms are going to be closer to the coast for the most part, right? Okay. Yeah, this is either gonna be like the end of the video or it's gonna be like we go next. But I think this is Brazil. I think we're gonna get the right country. I'll go in like Goiás. Game, go next. Okay, restart. Bollard with red stripe, 2 like dots or bolts on it. We got the sun. Plate is white, okay. Car. There's no discernible car peeking out, so is this North Mac or Serb ever? Question mark? The guardrail is interesting, okay. I feel like, well, initially I thought it was like Albania or something, but like, I mean, North Mac and Serb are kind of both right there anyway, so I don't think we'll be too far either way. Let's go like North Mac. Okay, it was North Mac, we were just further inland, but we're above our 4K average that we need to get 20K, so this is feeling good so far. Okay, so a lot of like maybe like cherry blossom trees or something like that. We got the yellow middle, so it's feeling like maybe US, and I think that this is 3 stripes on the pole, 3 yellow stripes, which would indicate to me California. I'm just gonna see if I can see another pole with those 3 yellow stripes, because that would double confirm it for me. I can see 2 stripes in there, but I'm just gonna guess that there's a third one and it like fell off or like faded or something. So if I feel like I'm in California and I'm near mountains and cherry blossoms, where do I think I am? Maybe like a little bit north of LA, but not like too far north of LA. Like we'll go here kind of by Bakersfield. Ooh, a lot further north. Okay. So like even though I got the right state and the right country, only got 3.4K there, which just shows you how like large like California is. Okay. Does this feel like Philly ever? What does that play? This plays green. It's interesting. Okay. White bumpy front of the car. Nothing in the back. Lots of motorcycles. Septic tank, Malaban. Okay, so this is definitely Philippines. Like the language is like Filipino, right? So we'll get the right country. But I do really need to get like the right side of the Philippines in order to be on track for this 20K here. So I don't have any tuk-tuks. I think mostly just motorcycles and cars. Where do I go? I think I kind of just hedge middle maybe, and we'll see. Unless, hold on, let me look at this. CDO. Does L901, does that ever mean like Luzon? L901? I'm not sure. I kind of like vibe more north, but we'll see. Okay, technically still possible to get 20K, I think, just a lot more difficult now. We're actually closer to Cagayan de Oro, which is further south, so good thing I didn't go in Luzon. Ooh, this is difficult. We've got a black front of the car, reddish dirt. We got some like tall like mountains and stuff and trees, which this is probably, what country is this? Let's look at the sun. Something that I should do more often. It's like in the east, which is not great. But it's kind of hard to tell because it's like a narrow dirt path, so I'm not entirely sure of the driving direction. I don't know why, but the mountains make me think of like Vietnam, so maybe I'm gonna go like kind of near Cambo. Okay, not horrible. I mean, we got 2.6. We were in the wrong country, and I think that we cannot. Yeah, we can't get 20K here, so we're just gonna restart. That last round would have been. That last round could have been good though for the 20K. Okay, so where are we? We are in yellow outer lines, driving on the left, I think. White back of the car, Lesotho, question mark, right? Sun is in the west. I think I just go Lesotho. I don't really want to think too hard about this one because I got the vibe. Okay, cool. We were in Lesotho, so we got the vibe correctly. 4.6, we'll take that for sure. We started so zoomed in. Ooh, okay. Pull top, none that I recognize. Okay. So no Madhya Pradesh A-frame. Any Kerala rusted holy poles. Is this Nepal ever? Also, I don't really know Nepal coverage too well. We've got like kind of like a silver white front of the car. I don't know what this bollard is. I'm kind of vibing more Nepal, but I could be wrong here. I'm gonna go like here near Bharatpur. Okay, we're gonna restart the run because I think there's no way I get 20K after that. All right, we're in a new round. We have a lot of mountains around us. This feels like New Zealand. Nope. Wait, hold on. That is in English. It has like a little electricity zip zip. Is this New Zealand? Hold on. Where is the sun? Sun is in the south. Ooh, no. Okay, we're in the northern hem, which means I should figure out if we're driving on the left or right. Kind of hard to tell because there's no other cars. There's not really any signage that's like super close by. These houses don't feel like US. They feel like more like UK or something though, right? But the landscape doesn't match it. Or I guess like not what I'm thinking. So like UK ever? Maybe like Scotland? Okay, we'll take that. That is 4.6 for the start. That is well within the 4K average we need. Ooh, purple, pink tint to the sky. We got Gen 2 coverage, which we can tell from the halo in the sky and the halo below. Red houses around, looking for bollards. Not seeing any in particular. That says Solone. Okay, Solone is telling me somewhere up here. Where is Gen 2 most common? I'm not entirely sure. We've got a lot of red, white houses, some green. I'm thinking maybe Norway. Ooh, maybe I should look at the road lines. Okay, so yeah, these feel more normal than short or full. So I think we are definitely vibing Norway. Region guessing within Norway, I'm not entirely sure. So I kind of want to go for like a label click almost. I'll go near Ada. Okay, we're over 4K, so I'm definitely happy with that. We were in the right country, just a lot closer to the coast, closer to Fedye. 4.1. Feels like Australia off the bat, and it is Australia. We can tell from these bollards, one gray stripe on the right, one red stripe on the left, and we're driving on the left, and we've got this blue bumpy front of the car. Guardrail, okay. Lane, sure. Not seeing any like yellow posts on their sign, so I'm not leaning towards WA. Do I see any poles in the back? I'm trying to see if I can see any like Sobe poles in the distance, or maybe any like... Nope, no rusty NT poles that I can see. I can't see any poles, to be honest, so this is kind of just like in Australia. I have to get a really good region guess based on vibes. I'm kind of going to go like New South Wales, close to South Australia border, because that's where I feel like it is, but I could be wrong here. Okay, we're like slightly under where I'd want to be for the average for this round, but we were in NSW. We were closer to Wagga Wagga, and I got 3.6, so 20k is definitely still attainable, but how attainable, we'll see after these next 2 rounds. Okay. We have these white outer lines. We have this like white front of the car, and there is some sort of either design or like spiky thing on the front of the car, which I don't recognize that. I see a flag, but it's not like a flag that I recognize. I think it's some company or regional flag. Okay, so pole is not A, doesn't have the A on the pole, not Rusty Corral pole, not the 2-step pole. Is this? Okay, there's a lot of palms, so back of the car, nothing. What am I thinking with a lot of palms? I'm either thinking like over here potentially, but I don't see any language, so I don't know. Or is it like Nepal ever? I really do need to study my Nepal coverage. I'm like tempted to go up here, but there's so many palms. I kind of want to go closer to down here. Okay, we were even further south. We were in Karnataka. I'm just gonna see if I can even get 20k. Okay, I basically have to 5k to get 20k. Am I gonna 5k here? Ordermost. I mean, I'll try my best, but I don't know the country off the bat, which is really gonna probably not be good for my chances here. There's a person following the car, which is interesting. The language is giving like, okay, we see Ordermost again, and there's like a red arrow. Maybe I'm getting like Sardinia vibes. I don't know if that's a shout. Let's go like Saucery. Like I feel like we're definitely like somewhere like here from like Portugal to Turkey, which is like a very wide range, but I practically have to 5k in order to get 20k on this run, so let's see. Okay, yeah, we were not getting that right. We were in Greece, so pretty far. All right, got 16k, let's keep going. Ooh, it just feels like Chibouti or something. Let me like see if I can check the sun and make sure. Why is like half the sky like really dark and half the sky is like really bright? Like, is this about to be like a storm incoming? These poles are like really round though, which is throwing me off a little bit. And why are the tops of the poles like blurred? I mean, I don't hate the Chibouti gas, but I'm trying to like see where the sun is. I feel like it's over there, so maybe it's in the west. Not super helpful. Let's just check a Chibouti and we'll see how far we are. Go southern Chibouti. Okay, it was in Rio Negro, so we got 3.5, which means 20k is still doable, but not super, like, guaranteed. So let's do our best for these next couple of rounds. We've got some Australia bollards, red dirt, white outer. Ooh, a Sobe pole. Okay, so love a Sobe pole. Probably gonna tell me South Australia here. I can tell it's a Sobe pole because of, like, the rusted outer and the concrete middle. So I'm just plonking it kind of a little bit north of Adelaide. Okay, 3.6, also not great, but like good enough where I could still get 20k theoretically, like possibly theoretically. Okay, this just feels like maybe like Europe guesser to me this round. Do I see anything that can help me particularly? Maybe those feel like Germanic houses, like the style. A lot of like wheat, okay. I think I'm gonna go like Berlin near Poland border because I mean, I'm not entirely sure of the country. Like we don't have anything that tells us specifically. I can't even see any like poles or anything. So I'll go here. We technically were in Germany, just on the wrong side. We're closer to France border, closer to Strasbourg. Can I still get 20k here? No. So we're gonna restart. Actually, no. Technically I can. Because if I get 5k each time. Okay, so let's try until the end of this round. That says something, but I think it's in like Roman letters, so I could, or like Phoenician letters. Theoretically, I could read it. So I think, is this Taz ever? I don't know why I'm getting like Taz vibes. What gen is this? Gen 2. Ooh, I don't know what that is. There's like a little bird or something up there, because it feels like something like maybe I could read. I'm gonna go for Taz because I'm like low key. I just got the vibe, so I think I gotta go for it. Okay, it was South Australia, so not exactly right, but the right country. Let's restart because we are below the 20k ability threshold. Okay, we have a bunch of trees. We have a lot of fall trees. They're kind of birchy. Orange, green, yellow. Ooh, okay, orange snow pole, which tells me something. Can I see the sticker on the pole? I can't really see where the gray sticker is. If the band is closer to the top, then I'm thinking more Finland, but if it's closer to like the middle or bottom, it's more Sweden or Norway. I think I see a smidge of white at the top, so I'm tempted to go like southern Finland here. But I think I could be wrong in terms of the country. Let's go here. Okay. Northern Finland, maybe I should have hedged a little bit further north. We got 3.2, so yes, technically still possible to get 20k, but we just have to lock in even more in these next couple of rounds. So yeah, Korea, South Korea. Okay, so cool. This should be one we could get a pretty good region guess for. Let me see if I can read anything on here. Tuki, Gimchi, Kunchi. No. Sureki. Okay, not like a place. Chushin. I mean, like I can read the word, but I don't see anything that's like a city or something. So I don't know how helpful that will be. But let's see, we're kind of like mountainous, but not like super mountainous. Any like of that Jeju like volcanic rock on the side of the road? I don't think so. We're there. Any phone numbers? I think it's probably behind this sign. So let's go like maybe here, like a little bit south of Seoul. Okay, we were above the 4K like mark, so I'll take that because I think that kind of balances out. We were further north, closer to Yeoncheon. But yeah, we're kind of like near that 4K each average that we're looking for. This feels like very rare coverage off the bat because I mean, this water is so blue-green. Like it is so blue-green. And oh my gosh, these mountains, okay. I don't know what that plant is. It kind of looks like the top of a pineapple. Maybe it's like aloe. Plate is white. Maybe it has yellow on it. This pole is interesting, okay. Got a little squiggly on the top. Ooh, where are we? I can maybe see palms. I can see kind of like a flat orange roof, a triangular building, very blue-green water, very like rocky mountains. Where are we? I don't recognize this place. That doesn't... Because I almost wanted to say, at first it made me think of Hawaii, right? But I feel like this doesn't feel like Hawaiian architecture, although I could be wrong. Then part of me thought like Cyprus ever, but I don't know if Cyprus has this generation coverage. But do the trees and stuff even make sense for over there? I don't know. I think I go Hawaii. I don't know. This one I'm unconfident in. Okay. Yeah, that one was difficult. We were in Tenerife. So we got 1 point, so we'll restart that one. Okay, we are in a place. Let's look at the flags. We have a lot of countries. Okay, so we got Brazil, Uruguay, and Arge, which is like great because it could be any of them. Back of the car. No color in the back of the car. So I don't think it's Uruguay because it would be the black back of the car, right? Sun is in the northwest. Okay, so southern hem, which is all those countries. Why do I still think it's like Uruguay though? No, because like you would put like your country closest to the left, right? Unless I guess maybe more near like the tri-point is possible, like somewhere here. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. Wait, do I see any poles? These are kind of just like lampposts. Yeah, no poles visible. I do want to just plonk it near this tri-point because I feel like you wouldn't have all 3 flags if you weren't like really close to like the tri-point border, right? I'll take it. We were in the wrong country. We were in Uruguay, but we got 4.7, so well above that 4K average that we need or want. Black arrow and yellow background chevron. Okay. Ooh, is this low cam? Ooh, Japan ever? Wait, which side of the road am I driving on? I think we're driving on the right. I don't know, because I cannot tell from the other cars. I think he's on the left side of the road, but again. Don't know what that is on the wall. Bunch of like X's over there. Okay, this one is gonna be hard to region guess because I don't have like the pole plates or something that I'm looking for. But maybe I vibe further north, so I'm gonna go near Sendai. Oh my god, that is the best region guess without a pole plate I think I've ever done in Japan. 4.8. Okay, go me. Okay, random forest. Yippee. Okay, so a lot of tall trees. Sun is in the north-ish, so I think we're in southern hem, which is great. Initially I had a vibe of Australia, but we're gonna check things out. A little bit of a white car showing. Okay, a sign with a green post under it, but we obviously can't read it because the sun is like blinding it. I think it would make sense if we were driving on the left because the sign is on the left, so I almost want to like commit to my Australia guess because that was the initial vibe I've got. But yeah, hard to tell because don't know language, don't know other cars, no red lines or anything. But we think it's southern hem, so I'm gonna go like near Melbourne. Okay, it was Australia, so right country, but the wrong region. We were actually in Queensland, so further north. Is 20K still possible? 5K, 5K, 10K, yeah. So I can get 20K still. So I guess we'll like lock in for now, and then it kind of depends on this round. So Canada or US, although this sign makes me feel more Canada because I feel like it just doesn't look like that in the US. Anything I see that can help me to region guess. I mean, we kind of just have vegetation around, maybe some red barns. There's like a truck in the way back, but I can't really see like the color of the license plate. Maybe it's vaguely white. I'm thinking Canada more than US, and where am I thinking in Canada? Like maybe Manitoba. It's like kind of unclear. It feels like maybe Ontario too. Where do I go here? I think we go Manitoba, near Winnipeg. Okay, yeah, now we cannot get 20K. That was Illinois, so we'll restart. Okay. Mailbox. No outer lines, which, okay, not the most helpful. I think in the background I can see a red octagonal sign that maybe it says stop. So I'm thinking more US. I mean, this looks like a US mailbox anyway. I can see like an RV kind of like camper van in the back. This is an interesting like shape to the windy road. I don't know what state we're in. We don't really have any blurred plates that we can see. No like meadows for different states. So it's kind of just like a vibe. I think I'm gonna go like southern Pennsylvania and we'll see. Okay, that's also a really good like instinctual region guess because like, oh my god, we did not have any PA plates or anything. 4.7 is amazing, especially for the US with how big the US is. I will take that. Okay. So I'm thinking Malaysia. White outer lines, double white middle, black and white stripes on their signs. Let me look at the poles because do we have any pole tops to recognize? Okay, lamp, but like Sabah or Sarawak pole top. And I don't recognize this place, so ooh, black sticker. It says LBK. LBK means something. Is it like is there an area or region that starts with LBK? I feel like that is... I'm definitely going to go on mainland because of this black sticker, but I'm going to see if I can get an even better guess for like the city or region. But I just like scanning quickly for LBK. Kelantan, Kota Baru, Kuala. I think the place I'm thinking of that starts with LBK, like I think I'm thinking of something in Indonesia. So I don't know if I should go with that, but yeah, let's just plonk it here near Kuala Lumpur. Okay, could have been closer, but it honestly could have been so much worse, and I'm just happy it's above 4K. We're a little bit further south, we got 4.4K, and here near Lengga. But we were in mainland Malaysia, so we'll take that. Okay, red dirt. Ooh, Ghana, black tape. Okay. So, coincidentally, last night, like as of like the day I'm recording this, but not like as of like the day it's coming out or whatever, I did Ghana region guessing. So let's see if I remember any of it and can put it to use because that would be extremely helpful here. We've got tape, which is not the smooth tape. I want to say it's either peeled or scuffed. Now, peeled or scuffed, I had trouble differentiating between, but do I see two big white dots? I don't think so. So I think it is peeled. Now, do I remember where peeled is? No, not necessarily. Do I see any mountains? Like maybe it feels a little bit hilly mountainous, but not super. It doesn't feel too savanna-like, so I almost want to say not northern half of Ghana. I'm tempted to go... Do I see any palms? Not a ton of palms either. Like near Kumasi, because I feel like there's like kind of like a lot of like dense like forest and like vegetation over here. But it also could be closer to Lake Volta. But this is just like very super coincidental because I literally like I just did this yesterday. But yeah, the tape, like different tape metas, it was out of my current ability. So I don't know how helpful that will be. I'll go here. Okay, I'll take getting above 4K because I mean, that's just like, we're on track for the 20K still. We were definitely a lot further north, closer to the N2 and Binchera. Okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. We're flying with our 4Ks here. Ooh, truck with the red brake light and the antenna. Rwanda? We don't often see the truck anymore. I feel like it gets blurred out a lot. I'm just making sure it's not Ecuador, because either Ecuador or Rwanda, but like, yeah, the architecture does not feel very Ecuadorian, right? And I think with the antenna, it has to be Rwanda, if I'm remembering correctly. So let's hope that it's Rwanda here, because that should be big points. I don't know how to region guess, so I'm just plonking in middle. Oh my god. Oh, No. Ugh, I don't know. That was such a good run. Okay. Restarting. Blue bumpy front of the car. Banana plants, kind of like these like palmy things. Big mountains. Can I see what direction we're driving? No, because there's only one car. Where is the sun? The sun is in the north, so I think we're in southern hem. Right? Or am I just like, is it where it's brightest? I think it's in the north. It's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of right above it, so couldn't it be a south? Yeah, I mean, it's like, ooh. Yeah, directly above is not super helpful, because I mean, it could just be any direction based on what I'm looking at. I don't know why my first vibe was like southern Mex, and I kind of want to just go with it because I don't really have much to go off of here, like no polls, no language or anything. So let's just go here. Okay, good vibe by me. Okay, 4.6, I'll definitely take that. We were in Chiapas. Ooh, my gosh, look at those mountains. Like this is like I put this as my wallpaper or something. White outer lines, white dash middle, yellow road signs. I want to say it's Chile, right? And kind of like the hills and everything. We've got the snow-capped mountains. Okay, so if I'm committing to this, like... Wait, didn't I have a location like this? With, like, the black socks on the bottoms of the poles. I feel like I either had a location like this or... It was, like, near Koyhake. Oh, can I still get 20k? 3, 4, 5. Technically. So maybe I should stay in the game. I think this is Nepal because these feel like Himalayan pines, right? Actually, so maybe it's Himachal Pradesh. It was Nepal. Okay, yeah, I can't get 20k now. I don't think so. We're gonna restart that one. But we're getting some really good guesses, so I feel more confident that I will soon get my 20k. Off the bat, I felt Australia. Yeah, that feels like an Australian bollard. Okay. Any poles visible? No, I don't think so. Slightly reddish dirt, but not super reddish. So let's go, like, here in NSW. Okay, was that a repeat location ever? Because I feel like I remember a location being that far up, but there could just be a ton of locations. It's possible to still get 20k, but not guaranteed. Okay, white bumpy, or blue bumpy front of the car. Ooh. Poles I cannot see super well because they're way in the distance. We're on some sort of bridge. I'm trying to see if there's any frogs or something in the water. I don't think I see any frogs, just moss. Okay, blue bumpy front of the car. Why do I think of Mexican? Let me see where the sun is. The sun is in the north. So we're in Southernham. Ugh. Okay, that is not what I was expecting, but actually it's kind of right above us, right? So couldn't it just be like, ooh, the sun does not feel like it's in the south. I don't know. First thought was Mex, but the sun is in the north, so where else could this be? I don't have a good vibe here. So let's go Za, because I think they have blue card too. Okay, it was Arge, so that one was a little cooked. We'll restart. Ooh, this coverage is interesting. Gen 3. Ooh, language. Okay. Are we driving on the right? Ooh, black back of the car is South Korea? Question mark. Ooh. That is not super clear. I think that's Korean, right? It's like hard to tell because we're at an angle, but I think that is yeah, I think this is South Korea. Super mountainous. Okay. Do I have a good region guess? Not particularly, so let's just go kind of like south of Seoul again. Okay. We'll take that. We're starting off with a 4.6k. On track for the 20k. Ooh. We'll look at that plate later once I try to figure out where I am in case I have no other information. Okay, our car's kind of driving in the middle of the road, which I'm like, not helpful for the driving direction. This car is parked, or this motorcycle is parked this way, which makes me think we're driving on the left, but then this one's parked on the opposite side. There's something over here that's blue and red, but I don't think it's a flag. I feel like that's like a political poster or something. Round pole. Sun is in the south. So we're in the north. Is it Philly ever? Because I thought it was Philly like at first. But I don't know this plate with the colors of it. But like, I mean, if I had the vibe, I should just go with it. It feels like it could be Philly. Yeah, let's go North Philly. It was Sula. Okay. So we're in Indonesia. We're not in the Philippines. Can I get 20k still? 5, 5, 5, 15. Technically, yes. This feels like big leafy. White back of the car. Maybe it feels like Colo. It was Indonesia. Okay, we're gonna restart because we can't get 20K on that one. Okay, we have Gen 3 question mark. Sun is in the right above us, so not the most helpful. Ooh, warning, mountain lion habitat. Stay alert. Okay, so it's definitely like in English, right? And where are we driving that would be a mountain lion habitat? There's no information on the car. Caution, everything is in English, okay. But Gen 3 in English, fuzzy like pine tree. License plate is unclear of like what color it is. Maybe it's like a whitish color. Well, initially with like the vegetation, I thought it was like up here, but I don't think everything would be in English if it was there. So if I'm thinking the sun is in the south and we're in northern hem, English but northern hem, like this doesn't feel like the UK. It definitely like feels like over here, but would they have so much English? Like wouldn't there be any like Greek on the sign? This one's tough because the trees are giving me over here, but I mean the language is not giving me over here, so I'm like, and just go Cali maybe. Okay, it was Cali, but further north. I'll take 3.6. It's definitely still possible to get 20K here. Okay, yellow outer, white long middle. Driving on the left, we've got a little cow sign. Hello, cow sign. White arrow on a red background, kind of like a marshy area. We have a little bit of an interesting back of the car. I don't think I've ever seen this like angular one before. Long white middle. I'm thinking like ZA or Namibia question mark. Do we have the truck blur? I don't know if this feels like a truck, but I'm not too well versed with truck blur to be honest. So I could be wrong here. I kind of want to go near Springbok, like in ZA, but near Namibia to hedge a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, we were further inland, so we were in ZA, but just closer to the center. 3.3, is it still possible to get 20K here? Yeah, it's definitely still possible, but more difficult. Okay, that's a Colo Cross, so we're in Colombia somewhere. Can I get a better region guess? Very dry vegetation, very mountainous, so can I find someplace mountainous? There's a lot of like mountainous texture over here. Let's go near Bucaramanga. Okay, 3.9, so not the greatest, but can I still get 20K? Technically, yes. I just can't drop more than 1,000 points in these next two rounds, but I believe, okay. Gen 3 question mark. Cool. Red-ish tint to the houses. I'm thinking like somewhere over here, maybe like in Albania, maybe like in Italy, somewhere over there based on the vegetation and stuff too. Could it be like Sardinia ever? I kind of want to go Albania. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we were in Monte, like we were in the wrong country, but 4.6 is picking up some of those extra points that I missed before. Ooh, a Snoopy swing. Okay, so we need to get 4,500, which is like, we need to get a really, really good score here. Which is going to be difficult because where are we? Is that bamboo? Oh, no. Okay, we see the car. Hello, Mr. Google car. Oh, boy. Okay, well, let's just... Yeah, okay, so we're somewhere... Which side of the road? Okay, it's a narrow road. I cannot tell you which direction I'm driving. The signposts are on the right, so am I driving on the right side of the road? Because wouldn't they be on the left if I was driving on the left? And if we're driving on the right, then we're in Taiwan. And I don't know how to region guess Taiwan, so I'll go here. We go again. We don't give up. Whew, okay. Heck of wires. Ugh, why are there like 40 wires here? Okay, we're on a bridge. Very cool. Blue top of the license plate, which makes me think Brazil initially. Okay, I see the A with like the little squiggly on top, so I think that supports that theory. Okay, do I see any area codes? No, not particularly. It feels like maybe we're somewhere more coastal with the abundance of palms and like tall buildings and stuff, so this is just gonna have to be like a vibe region guess. Do I think we're more like Sao Paulo area, somewhere in like Salvador, or maybe even further north, like in Ceará, Fortaleza? I think I'm gonna guess here near Sao Paulo. Okay, we would have been a lot better off in Fortaleza. So technically, the 20K is still possible, so let's keep going. My first thought was Bolivia, without looking at anything. Do I think it's Bolivia still? Ooh, what is that flag with the black and white and blue? This is Alto. Wait, this is Alto? Because Alto is... But it could just be like the word Alto, not like Alto... Alto? No, it is Alto. So... They started blurring the truck in Costa Rica or Panama, and I think they used the word Alto, so I'll go in Costa Rica. It was Bolivia? Shouldn't Bolivia have been Pari then? Okay, we're gonna restart. Alright, time to lock in, because I've been getting like 17K, 16K, like pretty close, but not close enough. Yellow plates. Ooh, yellow plates plus antenna curved to the right. Means we're driving on the left, which means Namibia, I think. And sun is in the south. So, ooh. Wait, hold on. I think the architecture feels more Namibian anyway, so I don't think it's Oman. I think this is Namibia. Can't see the toilet paper, so I cannot region guess, like, based on the direction of the paper. I'll just go... Where's Windhoek? Right here, okay. Okay, we're back again. I think... Why does this feel like the back of the car for South Korea? Does this feel like South Korea ever? Vegetation, could it be? The yellow sign is a little confusing with the red outer, but that was like my immediate thought, so I feel like I should just go for it. Okay, that was a pretty good guess. We take getting above 4K. We're closer to Daegu further south, but we were in South Korea. Okay, red dirt. A little bit of like a white boxy back of the car. Looking for the pull top info. That is the only pull top I can see. Okay, language. Not super clear. I'm like trying to see if it's like... Okay, we do see like a line kind of across a lot of the characters, so I'm thinking something like Sanskrit based. I'm trying to like see... Yeah, I don't really have any other further information. No Rusty Kerala pull. No Madhya Pradesh pull top. No two-step pulls, so... Maybe I go near Ahmedabad? I mean, like, maybe I could see that being, like, up here, but I'm not entirely sure because, yeah, we don't really have any, like, pull tops or things that I recognize. Let's see. Okay, we were in Rajasthan, so a little bit further north, which maybe I should have because I saw the other language with, like, you know, the line across the top, but I think it's close enough to 4K where I can... Yeah, keep going in this particular run. White outer, no middle road lines. Not really sure of a driving direction. Sun is in the west, southwest, so not the most helpful. That is a tree, not a pole. I don't know what country we are in, or even what continent, to be honest. So let's just go like Latvia. Okay, that was pretty far. Okay, we are near We got a white front of the car. We got these like kind of like banana like plants, I think. It's like an interesting kind of like darker green, almost purpley color. Doesn't really show us like what direction we're in because it's like a thinner road, no poles or anything, so just vibes. Maybe I go Philly. It was Bali in Indonesia. We'll restart because I think technically 20k is still possible, but perfection on 800k on the first round is like, I think it's just better to restart there. The coil in the back, but Faro? Yeah, F.FO? That's Faro Islands, right? I don't know. I don't remember where the coverage is concentrated. It is... What is the capital? Or like, where are the big cities? I think I just plunk middle here. Okay, I mean, I'm taking 4.965. That's definitely like the best singular guess we've had so far, and that being the first one gives me some confidence for this run. We were closer to Shrine Mines. We were in Faro. Okay, red dirt, blue bumpy front, kind of like wispy trees. Some sort of thing on this. Who has red dirt and these kind of trees and a blue bumpy front of the car? And the sun is in the west. I mean, it's not in the north. It's not really in the... It's more in the south than north, but it's kind of right above us. So if I'm saying it's in the south, like, aren't we in a northern hem? But who has blue car like this? Red dirt, northern hem, like Mex? And my first thought was like Brazil or something, but I don't know. This doesn't look like... Does it look like... I don't know. I think we go Mex. Oh my gosh, the sun, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. What, the dune? Oh my gosh, what in a dune? What the? Okay, this is like gray, white dune. I don't know. This one is like, I'm not sure. Black back of the car though, and like a lot of sand. Maybe I'm thinking like somewhere in Jordan, so I'm gonna go like a little bit north of Amman. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta lock in. I think I'm getting a little bit like thrown off by some of my bad guesses, but I know that I can get 20k on this because I've gotten like super close before. Okay, that isn't Cyrillic. I actually think we've had a remarkable like lack of rounds with like a Cyrillic based language country, which is one of my weaknesses. So okay, the first bump is to the left. So B-type ever, if this was even Russia. Is this Gen 4? I don't know. It's a little bit muted, no? I don't think it's Gen 4. I don't know here. Because of the red trunks of the trees, I'm gonna go near St. Petersburg, but let's see. We'll restart that one. Okay, I think it's Australia. That's my first vibe. We're driving on the left. We don't have any like outer lines. We kind of have like very like hilly hills, which is not like a good descriptor word for a hill. I can't see any of the bollards, so like possible NZ, but it definitely vibes more Australia, I think, to my initial thoughts. Let's go South Australia. No, actually, let's go New South Wales. Okay, we are in some place of the ranch, perhaps. A lot of like black, like six in the ground. What is this architecture saying? I want to say this feels like the US, and this is railroad crossing. So I think we are in the US. I don't see any like plates or anything visible, but like, gosh, this land is like so flat. Like there is not a mountain or like, you know, a lush green tree in sight. It's giving me like up here somewhere, like a Montana, a Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, but I think a lot of this is super mountainous. So I'm like, Where do I go that's not super mountainous? Maybe I'll go here. Okay, we were a little bit further south. We were in Kansas, 2.6, which, yeah, it's technically possible to get 20K, so let's keep going and see how this next round goes. This feels like a truck blur, because I can see kind of like a beep boop bot. So truck blur. Left side driving, is this Namibia? Question mark? Okay, that was a really good region guess. We got 4.4, so definitely above that average, but we do need to get above the 4K on these next couple of rounds because my first one was a little bit under. Okay, Pacific Ave, that feels like Canadian or, ooh, what does it say? Aurora? Aurora? I've heard of a place called Aurora, but there's definitely more than one. US or Canada? I think it's giving more Canada. Is there like Aurora? There's somewhere like up here or something. I'm trying to see if I see any bollards or anything. They're kind of far away. Plates. Okay, so no plate colors that I recognize. So I'm not thinking like Idaho because that would have like red, white, blue. Where do I think I'll go? Danger. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here, kind of like between Alberta and Sask. Okay, I'll take being above 4K because, I mean, I could still definitely get the 20K here. It's just a little bit harder. We're making back some of those points from the last one. We're closer to Lusaland, which was in Sask. Okay, so we need to get 9,000 between this guess and my next guess, which, oof. Because we are in the middle of a forest and like a wide road. Ooh, the M. Ooh, okay. So we're definitely not in the Americas because I was thinking maybe it was like a Canada, Nordic 50-50 here, but definitely thinking over here. A lot of like reddish trunks to the trees, but not like an abundance of them. Don't see a ton of like white birch either. This M sign, is that, I think it's a multiple of the countries. Is in Norway, Sweden, and Finland. It's like, I don't think it's all three. I think it's like only like 2 of the 3 or something like that. I really wish we had a snow pole so I could see like where the tape is on the pole. Just vibes. Maybe I go here in Finland to kind of hedge for the other 2, but I feel like the fact that I'm hedging is like not looking good for the 4K plus guess, but I don't really have a better one, so let's go here. Okay, we were in Sweden and we were further north, but we got 3.6K, which is almost 4K. And yeah, even if I get 5K on this round, unfortunately not going to be able to hit 20K, which is a sad because I think we could have done okay here, but probably not gotten above 5K because it's not possible. So we'll restart. Okay, I thought those were Lesotho Mountains, but I guess they were Za Mountains, but I'll take 3.4K. I didn't really say anything there because I thought it was like, oh, it's like for sure this. Ooh, silver back of the car. Okay, let me not mix this up again because once I went Paraguay, when I was in Paraguay with the gray back of the truck, I think this is Kenya. Okay, 4.2K. So we're making up a little bit of the points I lost in the first round. Ooh. Is this low? Wait a second. Why does this feel like Andorra? Is this Andorra? I don't know. Why did, like, that house just feels like Andorra, but are we driving on the left? No, it's kind of just a one-way road, so it's hard to tell. You know, like, if I got the Andorra vibe, don't I have to just go for it? Like, maybe instinct is better than, like, thinking about it. Okay, this could be it. This could be it. Yes, we love an Andorra vibe. Okay. Ooh, amazing. Okay, now we're above our 4K average so far. Can I keep it up? Can you keep up? Can you keep up? White outer, that is Spanish, so kilometers. Ooh. Yellow dash middle, okay. Short, there's no plates there. The plates are short, which, what does that tell me? Blue bumpy. Because at first I thought it was like Montana or something, but obviously it's in Spanish, so not. I'm thinking like, is northern Mexico crazy shout here? I mean, I know we don't see any like octagonal poles, but I don't see any like Argentinian poles or anything else either. Let me look at the sun. The sun is in the south, so yeah, northern hem. So not Arg for sure. If I'm thinking Mex, where do I think in Mex? Like maybe near Texas? Like up here? I mean, that was like not the worst guess, right? But is that under the... Okay, technically possible for the 20k still. Oh boy. What a last round. Or hopefully a last round, you know? Okay, we got a bunch of purple flowers. We got a bunch of houses with roofs. Let me look at this. The first bump is to the right, so that's an A-type, right? If this is even the right type of antenna, A-type, but is it short or long? I don't think it feels like super long, so maybe it's short. I don't know. It feels just kind of in the middle. Red trunk trees, A-type antenna, which doesn't really help me because like now I know where they are, but I don't know like where they are. What do these houses feel more like? Do they feel more like... I can't see the steering wheel. I cannot see the direction there. Do these feel more like Finland? Do they feel more like over here, over here? I could see them being more like Finland. Is that a crazy shout? But like, bruh. Yeah, this one's a difficult one. I feel like we're like further north somewhere, in which case I have no idea where we are. So let's just send near St. Petersburg and hope. Oh my god. Bah. Okay. Bah. I did not expect to get above 4,000 there. We literally just by 86 points. That is by... Woo! Okay. You know, not the round I would have expected to get 20k on because I had some really good runs earlier, but I will definitely take that because, oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm happy about this. We got a 20k. And that was the goal for today, is this video ending when I got 20k on a curated planet. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me playing on a curated planet until I got 20k. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Also have the map linked in the description if you want to try it out yourself. Also tell me any metas of things that I missed or places where I went wrong country or even wrong continent a couple of times so I can get better at the game. So let me know down below. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla and have a great day.